Good evening, Facebook. What's up? Advice is what we're talking about today, and I don't know if you can hear that beautiful crisp tone, but I've changed my microphone, so hopefully I should be coming through loud and clear, and you should be able to hear me very, very easily this time. Today is talking about advice because, we've got a lot of friends, family, elders that try to give us advice that, can sometimes throw us off where we are. So I'll give you an example. So let's just say you say, oh, do you know what, I want to become a singer. And, you go around your grandparents' house, or you go around your nan's or your granddad's house, and your granddad turns around and says, oh, no, you don't want to be doing that. I tried doing that about 40 years ago when I was a kid. Now I couldn't get on, I couldn't get on with that. I couldn't find the right in, it's too saturated, it's too difficult. You can't find this, you can't find that, labels and trying to get in that scene is very, very difficult. You don't want to stress yourself with that. And if you're not 100% dedicated to the idea of that dream, to the idea of, that this is what I want to do and there's nobody going to stop me doing it, then it can be damaging. It can be really damaging. You could actually be put off from what you want to do. That could discourage you hugely. So the point I'm trying to make is that when you listen to what people say to you, you judge what is necessary for you, and it comes down to three factors. How badly do you want your dream? How much do you respect the person telling it to you? And, how much experience have you got in it yourself? So, how badly do you want it? Well, let's face it, achieving anything, 10 million people have said it before me, 10 million people will say it after me. Achieving anything is hard. It's difficult, there's roadblocks, people are going to tell you not to do it, people are going to say, this is difficult, this is that's difficult, you're going to fail, you're going to fall over, you're going to hit your face in the ground, and you're going to look and you wonder, why the hell am I doing this, right? Every great person, actors, Dwayne Johnson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, singers, Lady Gaga, Michael Jackson, all of these fantastic people, all of these people that have reached the pinnacle, have got to the top, the peak of their journey. They've been through the difficult times, they've been through the struggle, and they've achieved. The feeling they must get when they've achieved everything they've wanted to must be just out of this world. I mean, it must be really something. It must be just, they sit there and they sit back and they think, I did it. Now imagine that. Just take a moment, just stop and imagine that. Think about that thought. Imagine if that was you. Imagine if 10 years down the line you look and you can sit back, put your feet up, look at your kids, look at your wife, look at your mum and your dad, your grandparents, the people who you sorted out, the people who you helped, the people who you saved from their own lives because of the actions you took. Imagine how you'd feel. I bet you'd feel pretty damn good, right? Well, here's my point, right? The second thing is how much you respect the person that's telling it to you. Now, you could have, you could idolize your dad. You could idolize your mum. You could have a best friend who you follow. You could have a peer that you look up to, and you look and you think, you're a great guy. And he puts it down on your dream. Do you listen? Well, I think what happens there is you either go through a transition or you stay in the same place. So you either transition, you look at that person in the eyes and you realize, you weren't who I thought you were. Because let me tell you something. A best friend, a friend in general, anybody who's going to stick by your side will never discourage you from doing your dreams. Ever. Period. So just understand that. That's fact. That's set in stone, right? So you have to understand that the only people that will give you positive advice, the only people that will truly see into what you want to do are your closest friends and family. The people who want to stick by you. Right, so you might respect someone, you might look up to somebody, but you decide ultimately whether you listen to that advice or not. So if somebody says to you, it's too difficult, good. I want to know that. How hard is it? How great is the achievement going to be? How big is the victory going to be? When I look back in the mirror and people are telling me, wow, I can't believe you did it. How huge are you going to feel from that? That's where it is. That's what it's at. You do the work today. You get up off your arse and you do the work today, but your vision and your legacies in the future, when you're looking at that and you're wondering where it's going to come from and how you're going to get there, that's what excites you. You know, when people look in your face and they say to you, you know, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, oh, his work ethic is that, he's this, he's that. You know who you are. Not anybody. Nobody else can tell you what you can do because you're in control of your life. Trust me on that. You know, you could see everybody around you achieve what you want, but as long as you get there, it doesn't matter. Don't look at the time scale. Don't look at the clock and think, you know, oh man, you know, like it's so far away. Look how far you've come. You know, like birth. Look how far you've come. Like, look at the struggle you've had to go through. Look at the battle you've had to go through to be here. Is that not something special? Is that not something worth proving? That the fact that you are one in a million, billion, trillion, you know, risk of actually becoming somebody. You're that one. You're that one, you know? You're that 0.10,000% that made it through. I think that's something pretty big, you know? Advice, good advice, should make you take a step back and have a look at the path so that you can choose another one. It shouldn't close them off. Good advice opens up 2 more doorways. Bad advice closes them off. That's the difference. If somebody gives you advice and it's your door's closing on you, don't listen. Because those people, they ain't worth listening to. You know, those people, they're the ones that when you look in the mirror 30 years down the line, you wish you never listened. Because they're living their life, whether they succeeded or they didn't. So if they don't succeed, I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a big... if they succeed and you don't, and they left you in the dust, then how bad are you going to feel? You see, the way I see it is, we're either doing what we love with that, you know, with the full knowledge that we're going to get there, or we're tiptoeing through life trying to figure out what it is, and, you know, trying to get some kind of message out of life when the message is right in front of your face. Respect life, appreciate it, look forward to the future, and things will fall into your lap. You know, so that's my notion for today, and that's the note I want to bring across. That's the message. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And whenever you see these videos, they are literally to try to clarify things that people are going through in the present moment in time. You know, if you're going through a tough time, hopefully some of these videos are going to give you a bit of clarity, and that's why I do them. You know, Jesus, I go through some tough times, so maybe sometimes I should listen to myself. But, you know, that's just how it is. Looking forward to the seminar coming up. We're going to be doing me and Katrina, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live. I'm going to tag her below so you can watch this video, and so we can get it out there. So, you know, it's like I say, take care, guys. Have a great evening. Speak to you soon.